Good afternoon, friends. Welcome to this live stream. And this is about science. And today we have a very interesting subject to discuss, and that is about the light pollution. We have heard about air pollution, water pollution, noise pollution, but did you hear about light pollution? I think that is something that we want to discuss and also bring various aspects of light pollution to you, and how does it affect not only humans but other living organisms on this earth, and what is this light pollution is creating, and what kind of havoc it is being generating. So let us understand this, and this is a live stream, so you can actually reach out to me while watching this live across all social media. And if you have any questions, any suggestions, you will be able to share that with me live. So light pollution is the amount of light that we use today, and now we are so much used to the light itself, is that there was a time when the humans were only using fire to create visible light after sunset and after certain hours of the day, when the night is approaching. And during the day there was no concept of using any light like candles or anything like that. But today in our house we like to use artificial light, and we want to cover our windows, and that is something which is basically happening, and that may be creating a cause of worry, that why such behavior is being depicted by the humans today, and they are creating a lot of light artificially during the day as well as in the night. And to produce this light, lot of greenhouse gases are being generated, because there are a lot of thermal power which is for electricity. Thermal power is used, the coal is used to generate electricity, etc., which is also causing little bit of air and environment pollution. But let's stick to the light pollution, and there is a comment from a viewer. Let me just check that out in a moment, and I will move forward. Now, Chandra Sen Verma Singh is saying that I love your programs, etc. So thank you, Chandra Sen, for watching our live stream. Thank you so much for being a patron. Really appreciate your involvement. All right, let's get back to our discussion. And this is about light pollution and how does it affect, because we don't even think and even talk about light pollution nowadays. So what is the light pollution? Well, when humans actually lived on earth in the ancient time, they used to use resources in a way which are dependent on the need. But today the resources are used on the basis of wants, because it's not a need to have a light on during the day. It's a want, and we don't want to live in the natural light which is coming out into our houses through windows. And because of this increased use of light, and in fact after the sunset the lights are lit across the city everywhere throughout the night, and which causes a sort of a light pollution, and we don't actually get to see the night sky today. As you can see in this picture which I'm trying to show you, is that there is a glow over the city, and this glow prevents people to look at the night sky. And I think the night sky access must be related to resolving some of these mental health issues which we are facing now, because I think we are living in a lot of artificial environment, lot of artificial lights around us, and that may cause little bit of gloom without our knowledge in our mind, because our mind is evolved obviously on earth, and we are now trying to disrupt that mental ability to recognize between day and night. So during the day the star shines very bright, the sun, and illuminate our daytime, and so our brain knows that this is daytime, and the brain will say that okay, now you need to go to work, you need to eat food, you need to have your breakfast, etc., and you finish your work while the light is still around, and in the night you need to sleep. So it will start switching off all the important functions of the body, and then you sleep in the night. And when the daybreak happens, again the brain will wake your body up. So because now there is so much light, the brain function is sort of disrupted, and because of that people may be getting exposed to a lot of mental health issues. And the modern man does not have access to the night sky as much as our ancestors had, because they used to see the full night sky during the night, and they used to count stars, and they used to monitor which star is where in which month. And so because of that, they actually were building sort of a GPS within their mind itself. So during which part of the year this star or this is a shape of the night sky, etc. So they had a lot of knowledge, because every day, every night they will see the night sky. But today the night sky is not visible to the modern man. As you can see in this picture, it is not visible because of the glow, the city glow that obscure the night vision. And there could be other biological processes which may be disrupted because of the light that we use in the night for humans. And the brain is a main organ which is affected, and consequently all other processes of the body may also be affected. For instance, in the olden times, people used to say that you should not eat after sunset. So you finish your dinner around 6 o'clock, because sun usually sets around 7. And I have heard from my grandparents that they used to eat their dinner quite early. But today the norm is that we actually have our dinner at 9 p.m. At least 2 hours after the sunset, because we don't really bother about sunset anymore. Because all it takes is to switch on the light, and then we can live our life normally. Whereas in the ancient times, they used to finish their dinner, they used to sleep by 8 o'clock. In fact, when I was a kid, I used to sleep. My sleeping time in the night used to be 8 p.m. Parents used to say that please hit the bed at 8 p.m. and that was the time. And get up early, as early as 5 a.m. So nowadays you sleep late, you get up late. So this is causing a lot of issues, not only to the physical body, but also to the mental health situation. So that is one side of the story, which you may agree, may not agree, because now there are a lot of jobs which goes into shifts. Earlier there was no concept of working in shift. Now you have 24/7 work going on, and several humans are deployed in those night shifts and graveyard shifts, as we call them. The other adverse effect of light pollution may be much wider, which is completely hidden from us. So humans are affected. We have the medical services, we have some sort of some sort of help provided. Psychology disorders can be corrected by the doctors, etc. But what about the animals who cannot speak? And they are especially the nocturnal animals, who rely on the low light. And if there is excess light available because of the human activity, their rhythms are totally disrupted. So they will not be able to hunt at night properly. They will not be able to see it because the nature has made them to see clearly in darkness. Now, if there is light, they will not be able to see clearly in darkness. So their ability to survive, find food, take care of their younglings, etc., will get affected. And this is not only affecting the animals which are living on the surface, but it may also be affecting animals which are living in the oceans, because the artificial lights are everywhere. Not only in the cities, but humans are creating artificial light everywhere, which is causing a lot of light pollution. And people don't talk about these things, because it is even the Greenpeace and all these activists who are involved in protecting the wildlife, they are concentrating their effort only on the carbon emissions and plastics. But we never know that light pollution may turn out to be a bigger killer for especially the nocturnal animals, because their rhythms may be totally disrupted, and we don't even know if this is happening, because these animals usually come out in the night and they live deep inside in the jungle, and we have no way of identifying that such an effect is causing havoc on the fauna, especially the nocturnal animals and birds, or even animals which are living inside the ocean. So I think these are some things which we should worry about in today's environment. And now let me talk about more scientific information. Light has many aspects, and when we talk about light, we only talk about 0.1% of the entire spectrum of the light, because that 0.1% is the visible light. And within the visible light also, there are different colors. So there are basic 7 colors. Anything which is beyond the red light, red visible light, is called infrared, which is not visible to human eyes. And anything ahead of the blue spectrum or violet is ultraviolet, right? So the least powerful, or the photons carry least amount of energy, are the red photons, or the photons which are beyond red. And the higher as you go towards your violet spectrum, the energy keeps increasing. And after violet, we do not see, because our observation is restricted to only visible light, but then light is still there nevertheless, and it will affect you in a very adverse way, and since the photons will be very, very energetic, yet we cannot see them. So in today's environment, what we are exposed to is using these gadgets like mobile and television, and most of the information that we gather today is not from the classroom, but by glued on to the screen. And usually these screens, artificial screens, generate a lot of energetic particles, and visible light we can see, but there are other parts of the light which we do not see, may be more energetic, and this is called the blue light. In fact, most of these gadgets produce a lot of blue light, which may be very harmful in terms of radiation for all living organisms, including humans. So the effect of blue light can be very damaging, or blue in the sense because they are more energetic, and violet and beyond violet, which we do not see. So as the spectrum of your light in which you are exposed is moving towards blue and beyond, the energy of these light particles, photons, are increasing, and we don't realize that how much damage they are causing. Physical damage the light itself may be causing to living beings on earth because of the human activity. So that is why I thought I will talk about the light pollution in the science show. And I also want to say that the technology has advanced, and the byproduct of the light pollution is a byproduct of the technology. This technology can also be used to understand the adverse effect it is causing. So there are a lot of applications today which are available, can be downloaded on your devices like mobile, Android or iPhone, and you can actually locally check how much light pollution is around you. So I think each one of us must download these applications. Search right now these applications on your app stores, download these applications, and find out how much light pollution is around you in your home. And based on that, if you want, you can take some corrective measures. So the technology itself is helping people to take care of how much light pollution they are creating, and it's easy because you can just switch off the lights. So as simple as that. But the important thing is to be aware of these things, and usually the activists who are talking about environment, they usually don't talk about light pollution. They talk about all other pollutions like sound pollution, air pollution, water pollution, environment, etc., etc., etc. But nobody talks about light pollution. And we may never know that after 100 years people start saying that light has created so much radiation in the 21st century that so many humans actually perish because of that. So it may be an eye opener, maybe sometime in the future, but we can control our life by controlling how much light is required and how much light pollution we should create around our living, our home, and also in our community. So friends, I like to say goodbye for today, only to catch you again tomorrow. But on this subject, I like to know your comments, and have a nice day. See you tomorrow. Bye bye.